Hi, welcome to Wonder Wednesday. My name is Lisa Schmid and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Welcome to the Stamper Studio out of the studio. So sometimes we're in the studio, but today, as you can see, we're not in the studio, but if we could see out that window, the ocean is there. Woo-hoo! So that's really fun on spring break, taking a little break. Tonight, I want to show you, let me tell you first, Wonder Wednesday is a time when we might talk about a technique or a tool or something that you say, how do you use this? What do I do with this? I love this, but now I don't know what to do with it. Totally fine. Just go ahead and put in the chat or text me or email me or message me and let me know what question you have. And Wednesday night is the time I'm going to answer it. Wonder Wednesday. So tonight I'm going to show you something that I am calling black light technique. Black light technique. So let's come on down here and I'm going to show you how to do this. So what I'm going to use are these watercolor pencils, and they come in two different sets. And Dave kept saying, so is it brights? And no. Is it? No, it's not. Is it? No, it's still not in a category. So there are different colors in each. They are Stampin' Up! Colors, and I'll show you those in a second. I want to show you where they are right here. They are so watercolor pencils, you get 13 in the bigger set or 10 in the smaller set, assortment 2. So this set is $12.50 and this set is $16. Now I'm going to use the watercolor pencils a little bit differently than you may have seen them before. So let me actually pop these out so you can see. So this is one assortment, and one thing I really do like is they do have our names on them, because some of them, one of them in particular, this does not look like balmy blue, but it certainly is, just the tip color is a little bit not balmy. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp. I'm going to use two different stamp sets tonight, Daisy Lane and Timeless Tulips. Both of these stamp sets are not going away, so you can still get them. And I think I'll go ahead and do the Daisy first. So what I'm going to do is take my Daisy and put it on a block. Now these are called cling stamps. So this one is cling. The tulips are photopolymer. So the cling stamps are on rubber. And I always tell people, if you stamp it and you get an edge, just cut it so you don't get that edge. These stamps, I don't have anything that I needed to do that with. I'm also going to use my white craft ink pad, and I'll show you where you can find that after I stamp it. All right, so let's go ahead and stamp this. I'm going to stamp it up at the top, nice and white. I did just re-ink this, so I know that it's got lots of ink on it. And I'm going to turn it so that my flowers are, my petals, there we go. Perfect. I like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and put on the stem, which looks like this. And I'm going to use this block. I'm going to stamp it again in the white. And I am thinking I'm going to put a little thing underneath because I'm probably going to get it on the table. Because I can see I'm going to go lower than the table. There we go. Just like that way. Okay. So that's all right. That's not anything super special. It does look kind of pretty like that, just with the black and the white. I mean, that does look really nice. I'm going to let it dry for a moment here. And then I'm going to take my watercolor pencils and I'm going to color. Now, I want my Daisy to be yellow. So this set has Daffodil Delight. So I'm going to go ahead and start coloring them yellow. I'm going to color my petals. And while I'm coloring my petals, I know last time on Monday, we were just hanging up, or just being done. We were just done when Deb asked about our airboat ride, and it was very fun. It was just the two of us with the guide named Stuart. Stuart is an older man, and Stuart knows pretty much everything somebody could know about the Everglades. He was born here, he was raised here, and he knows a lot of information. So he would stop and just tell us information. It was just so enjoyable. And then, as if on cue, at the very end, there was an alligator sitting there just waiting for us to see him. He didn't run away, he didn't swim away. So that was really fun for us to be able to see him.
We saw lots of gators, but he just sort of hung out so we could
Yeah.
take lots of pictures.
And Stuart said that probably they feed him, which is not a good thing to do. And then I'm going to take my Granny Apple Green and color, I'm going to color the stem, but look at how it just pops off. Now I want to tell you, I did try on a different one. I tried using water to blend it. Do not do that. Once you do that, you're right back at the black. You can't even, the white won't even show up. You'll be right back at pure black. So you do not want to use water on this. You just want to color them. And then we just have our center. Oops, this one over here. I could color it white. I think I'm kind of feeling in a pink mood. Melon Mambo. I'm just going to color that in pink. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. And if you wanted to, you could keep coloring it darker, but I think that's pretty good. I mean, that shows up really well. Let me show you the card that I made with that. So here's the card I made, and I used white for the center, the white watercolor pencil. This background is Dainty Diamonds. Is that staying? I don't remember. Anyway, Dainty Diamonds, and this is Daffodil Delight. I love this tag. I used it on the next card as well. This little tag is from the Hydrangea Haven dies. And it actually has a little hole in it. I just think it's the cutest little thing. And then this little hello, you've seen me use it. It's from Timeless Tropical. So isn't that pretty though? I really, really like it. It's just something different. It's completely different than anything you may have seen. All right, let's go ahead and make one more. And then I have a couple cards to show you. All right, I am going to take these off and try not to get them all over my fingers. There we go. This time I'm going to use the tulips. Kind of Easter's coming, and this is a great stamp set for Easter or for any time for spring. And it's also great for get well. There is a cute hello there, a happy birthday, happy Mother's Day. What a difference, what a beautiful difference one single life makes. And this one I really like. May the memories of yesterday comfort you today. So, I mean, I think it definitely could be a sympathy card. So I'm going to use just the one big tulip. Now these are on photopolymer, and you might notice that the ones I've used, you can see they have a little bit of color on them, but these are completely clean. And what happens with the photopolymer is it picks up some of the ink color, but that's okay. It is clean, and so it's not going to leave any pink in my white. So it's going to show up quite nicely. All right, I'm going to put this at a little angle here. Tulip. Ooh, so nice. And I need the stem. I'm going to use this stem, and I'm going to use two of the leaves. So, oops, they're right here. So let's go ahead and use that curved stem. And I tried at one time to put these all on at the same time, and I couldn't quite get the leaves close enough. So I'm going to do it separately. But I do want to point out that with the photopolymer, I can bend it even more if I really want a curve, or I can have a slight curve. However I want it to be, I can really manipulate. Oops, and I don't want it that way, do I? I want it the other way. I want it to bend this way because that's how I did my flower, right? Yes, maybe not quite so much. So you can go against what it's made to do, basically. Yeah, I think I like that better. All right, so let's go ahead and ink that up. Get lots of white on there, and I'm going to pull my little pad underneath again, just so, I probably could just leave it there, but just so I don't get white on the table. All right, let's go ahead and, there we go. That's really nice and white. And then the last thing I'm going to do is our leaves. And I'm just going to do the leaves one at a time because then I can really see. Let me go ahead and ink them. I can really see where I'm putting them. So I'm going to put one high. There we are. And I'm going to put one a little bit lower. Just take that off. And I'm going to put this one right here, a little bit lower. Bless you. There we go. Now I am actually going to stamp this again. See how it's kind of drying up. I don't have to. I could, actually, we can color it. But I think what I did one time is I colored it and then stamped it again and colored it again. So I think I'm going to stamp it one more time and just get a little bit more ink on there. There we go. That's fine. All right. And I'm going to start with the green. And I think I will use a different green. What I noticed, okay, so here are my 3 greens. The Granny Apple shows up really well and the Old Olive, but the darker the color is, I'll just show you on this one, the darker the color is, it just doesn't quite show up as well. So let me just draw like with these 3 greens. There, I just drew 2 lines with them. You can kind of see like the Old Olive, that really the Granny Apple is the best one. Actually, this one shows up a little better than the Old Olive, just the color of it. So let's do that one. Garden Green is what this is. So I'm just going to color my stem. Garden green, and I'm going to color my leaves garden green. So it's kind of a fun technique. If you happen to make something using this technique, please, please, please post it along with this post. Put it in with this video so we can enjoy your creation. Okay, and the pinks I have to choose from are Melon Mambo or Flirty Flamingo. So I think the other one I did, I'm not sure. Let's just see what, oh, that has to dry for a second more. And you see I'm getting ink on here. So that is one thing you do want to be careful about. I'm going to let that dry for a moment. Because, pardon me? Oh, I could use a black and color it up. Dave's saying I could cheat and I could color these. Look at that. You're the man. Look at that.
Also, to answer the question from earlier, the Dainty Diamonds embossing folder is retiring and is currently 10% off.
Oh, nice. Love a sale. Okay, so I'm coloring with Melon Mambo. I do want to see what this Flirty Flamingo will look like on the other side. I kind of want to, I like the Melon Mambo better. The Flamingo doesn't really show up as well. And because I double stamped it, I actually have like a little extra petal there, which I like that. I do like it. And once I color it, you're not going to see that I stamped it twice. Let's just get that nice and dark. And like I said, I did try to smear it around using like water. That did not work. So don't do that. Let's just turn this. And there we go. All right. I'm just going to color a little bit more. I want to just color flat onto the table so it's a little bit harder. Isn't that nice? It really does kind of pop up. And, ooh, there's a product coming out I can't tell you about, but you're going to enjoy it because it's another coloring tool. Okay, let me show you the card I made with this. I love that idea, Dave, that to color them in black. That's so smart. So here's the card I made with this one, using the tulip and obviously, again, using that sweet little tag from Hydrangea Haven. And then I do love this in color ribbon because it's cotton. Just a little cotton. I want to show you one, and this one, sorry, this one has the 3D background on this one is the Fine Art Floral. It's the one from Fine Art Floral. So it kind of looks like, if I turn it like that, can you see it? Sort of looks like the paint, the wall.
So Barb, the white ink is the white craft ink, and
yes.
Lisa will show you where it is in the catalog.
Yep. So the white ink is actually right here. It is on page 147, and it is number 20. So it's craft, stamp pad, and refill, because you get, oh, you don't get both. Yes, you do. Whisper White, uninked pad, and refill. That's good, because you would need the refill, because every time, pretty much every time, or every other time I use this, I do re-ink it. So it's $9.50, and you get both, which is great. And that ink will last a long time. So there it is right there. Do you want to put the number in the chat there? I'll tell you that in just a second. Once you're ready.
Go ahead.
147277. And I'm going to give you that so you can put in the colored pencils. One other tool I wanted to show you with, since I'm doing kind of this black light, is we have a chalk pen, and I don't know if you've seen it, but it could be fun for just writing. If I had a dark note that I wanted to write on, it does, as you can see, it gets a little light, and then I sort of let it store a little bit. When it first came out, it was kind of whiter. There you go. So I have to kind of cover it up. And so you need to be a little patient with it, but it's a chalk pen. All right, I want to show you one other card I made, and I do love this card. This is called Timeless Tropical. And this card, these 3 images are all in Timeless Tropical. So, and it's carrying over to the catalog, which is wonderful, but rest and relax, you deserve it. Well, that's kind of what we're doing this week. So maybe that's why I like it, but I love the pineapple. This is Daffodil Delight, and then the Granny Apple Green. And this again was the Melon Mambo with a little bit of daffodil in the middle. And then the palm trees are the Granny Apple Green. And I used, actually, I'm pretty sure I used crushed curry on this. I was going to use brown. Oh, no, sorry. Not crushed curry. I used this one, Cajun Craze. Because I remember thinking, Cajun is not a color I would think, but it does work well for the palm tree. What do you call those? Trunks. There we go. And then this is our ruched ribbon that's Daffodil Delight. So, and then behind here, I also have my 3D embossing folder with the butterflies and the flowers. Yes, Dave is raising his hand.
Barb wants to know, is this the only thing you can use that white ink for?
Is it the only thing you can use white ink for? No, you could just stamp it. So if I wanted to just stamp the white ink, that's a great question. I could stamp it on a color. I could also stamp it on any, on the back of this. Dave's telling me to stamp on the back of this card. Okay. And I'm also going to stamp on the black. That's a great question because, yeah, you wouldn't want to use it just for this. I do like to use it when I want to, here, we'll put it in the middle so then when I mail this to somebody, but look at how nice that shows out. You do have to let it dry a little bit because if I touch it right away, it is going to smear because it's a little bit wet. And of course, if I just wanted to stamp. So it's kind of nice because I don't have to use embossing powder and I can still get that nice bright white look. So that's why I like to use the white besides my cool little technique. I'm just gonna pull those up so you can see those.
Mm-hmm. Tammy asked if you use it only on black or will any dark color, and really just about any color like that Melon Mambo shows up great.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to stamp it on the back of the green as well, just because we can. But again, I'll have to stamp it right in the middle so that I can still use the card, right? Or I can stamp it down here, from your friend. So it just depends on what color. I feel like it shows up really well in the pink. The green, it shows up, but not quite as bold. So you just kind of have to try it on different colors and see. But definitely you can use it on all the regal colors, all of those dark blue and cherry cobbler and all of those colors it works really well on. Any other questions, Dave?
That's all we have right now.
Well, I'm excited to tell you that this week I am, while we're here, I did finish my paper pumpkin cards following the directions. And except one, the one I made on camera. And I'm going to mail these out this week to let you know how many points you've earned. Now, if you're not familiar with our point system, you would want to know that for every $50 that you purchase, it doesn't have to be a 50 even, but for every $50 you purchase, you earn a point. Stamper Studio point from Dave and I to you. When you get 10 points, you get to earn a $50 shopping spree. So some of you have already earned that, which is awesome. I am loving being able to offer that to you. And it's just a thank you. You know, I really am thankful for your choosing me to purchase from. So that's what those are for. I think there was something else I wanted to tell you about. So you're going to be getting these cards. I'm going to fill them out this week while I'm here so you can see how many points you have. If you earned the $50, I've already notified you, so you can let me know what you want. The other thing, here's my stamp pad. The other things I wanted to tell you about is make sure that you, Dave is shuffling things around for me. Make sure that you, there's some color that you want, particularly the in colors, make sure that you go ahead and order them because, like I said, the retired list is out. And when you, if you don't order them right away, they kind of disappear. So remember, that's our Rococo Rose and Seaside Spray is actually my favorite, and Purple Posy. They're really, really pretty colors. So just want to, here's Purple Posy. Not a pretty color. So I just want to encourage you, if you need to get those, stock up. the last thing I want to tell you is I would love for you to help me out. I would love for you to help me out by liking this video and by liking the Stamper Studio page on Facebook. Dave and I are working really hard to try to build this up and to build our business here. And so that is a way that you can certainly help me. The last way is if you ever want to share a video with a friend, that would be another way just to get us out to other people and be able to share that joy of creativity. Dave looks like he was going to say something. Hang on here.
Barb says it seems like we're doing a lot of work on this vacation.
Well, Barb, yes, we are. In fact, yeah, every day we're like, oh, we got a lot done today. So we are doing fun things. We sat out at the pool today, Dave in the shade, me in the sun, went swimming a little bit, and then we went to a coffee shop and we did work for a couple hours. But we've got some things coming down the pike and we're excited about them. We're excited to continue to try to build. So yeah, we have been working a lot, but that's okay because this is the time we have to get it done. So that's exciting for both of us to have time to work together on planning. And Dave seeing what I'm really good at and what I'm not so good at. So sometimes I said today, we were at a coffee shop, I said, would you like me to do something else? He says, please, you do something else. Okay, I'm going to work on this. He goes, that sounds great. So anyway, we're having a good time. Tomorrow night, we're actually going on a cruise on the Intercoastal Waterway. It's a dinner and there's, I don't know, show and exotic animals. Who knows what that's going to be? I don't know. Anyway, so we're going on that tomorrow night and then we fly home on Friday. So it's been a wonderful week. Yes, we are working. We have time to do it. All right, friends, I look forward to seeing you on Saturday morning. And is that it? I think so. Well, happy stamping. Thanks for joining me tonight. All right. Happy stamping. Bye.